What up, everybody? I'm Kyler Wilson.
I'm Monica Cassert.
And this isn't just any old episode of FilmRants, no.
It's FilmRants 2.0.
Check it.
It's FilmRants. FilmRants.
We're back.
FilmRants 2.0. Out of focus. You guys get that
A station wagon. Yo, I'm into my... He literally steals a station wagon in all 3 movies. I wish you guys could see what I'm watching.
Why can't say it? 'Cause it don't go.
About the apocalypse.
Oh, Mr. That's so bullshit. How are we fixing a film and it's... That was not even cool.
That's right, gang. We're relaunching FilmRants in a big way. No longer will you have to sit through some boring plot synopsis you already know.
No longer will you have to wait to the end of the show to find out if we like the movie or not.
Today, it changes. We're going to tell you a couple little tidbits about the movie, and then we're going to jump right into picking it apart.
What better movie to start with than one of the classics?
That's right, we figured if we were going to reboot the show, we might as well start with one of the biggest franchises of all time that's about to get a major reboot.
What movie could we be talking about other than The Terminator?
Since Terminator Genesis is coming out, we figured we might as well go ahead and do some reviews on Terminator 1, 2, and 3.
And the 4th movie's just gonna have to take a back seat. At least for now.
So to kick it off, here's what we know about the film. Firstly, the movie was made for $6.4 million and it raked in $78 million worldwide. One of the most interesting facts about this movie to us is this is not a sci-fi action film like Terminator 2 and Terminator 3 and Terminator 4 and Terminator 5, but it's actually a sci-fi horror film. If you don't believe us, go back and take a look. It pretty much hits every horror trope from the 80s.
Even funnier is that this movie rates 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's right, 100%. 100%. 100%. This is astounding considering that this movie is rife with story flaws, mediocre action, and enough continuity errors to make a script supervisor's head explode.
Yet we love this film, and this film is very widely loved amongst the masses. That being said, we're going to go through scene by scene and tell you what we think is stupid. So this movie opens up on a desolate wasteland that is the future. We read some fairly forced exposition about the machines taking over. We go through the credit sequences and finally land on Arnold being brought from the future. And if I do say so myself, nice ass.
We get to see one of our first looks at Bill Paxton. Most of you probably knew that. But what you probably didn't know is this movie also features Brian Thompson, who played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Fatality.
Then we move over and we get introduced to Kyle Reese. He steals a hobo's pants and runs from the cops that just so happen to know there's a hobo mugging going down in this specific alley. Nike gets some product placement, and we learn that cops leave loaded guns in unlocked police cars. Kyle rips a page out of the phone book containing the names of one Sarah Connor. And just like that, he's gone.
Finally, we're introduced to the main character. Sarah gets shit on by everyone, Connor. She shows up to work late, had a conversation with the statue, and clocks in for work.
The Terminator, being one classy dude, steals a station wagon, and I'm fairly confident that you can't jack a car this way. Carjackers, please let me know.
We return to Sarah getting picked on by a toddler and adults rooting him on. She truly is the lowest of the low.
The Terminator goes to a gun shop and asks for a phased plasma rifle, knowing damn good and well that no such thing exists yet.
Anything else?
Phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Hey, just what you see, pal.
He's a Terminator. From the future. He knows this gun doesn't exist yet. Still, it must have upset him because the poor gun store owner gets the axe. Well, shotgun.
Then we get to see Kyle Reese making a sawn-off shotgun that is not actually a sawn-off shotgun.
The Terminator finds the wrong Sarah Connor. Now, to take a quick break. If a guy that looks like this shows up at your door and asks for you by name in a heavy Austrian accent, you say, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I have no idea who you're talking about." Also, think about this. This advanced killing machine needs 6 to 7 bullets to ensure that a human is dead. He even uses a laser sight! Seems to me that the most advanced technology in the world would be able to put one in the head and walk away. Back to the action.
Oh no! Someone else with my name is dead!
Kyle hotwires a car and, instead of driving away, immediately falls asleep. He has a dream about some pretty scary times from his past, or future, or is this a flashback, or a flash forward, or is it both?
If this doesn't scream first world problems, I don't know what does. Look at those outlets! What? The phone rings and what asshole opens up with phone sex knowing that his girlfriend has a roommate that is a girl?
Sarah?
Dick?
Sarah.
Oh no, there's more than one Sarah Connor.
One canceled date and a bearded dragon later, and Sarah finds herself being followed by Kyle Reese. But shh, she doesn't know yet.
We see your friend getting frisky with her boyfriend, and for the record, being the only person listening to music while sex is happening is a little weird.
The detectives decide to go public with the info, and Sarah hears it on the TV, which leaves her in a panic trying to find safety. The Terminator kills her roommate, and Sarah, having the worst luck in the world, calls at that very moment and basically tells the Terminator exactly where she is.
I'm at this place on Pico Boulevard called Tech Noir.
The Terminator basically teleports from Sarah's house to the bar. It literally takes one phone call to the police and old Arnie is right on top of Sarah.
A fight between the Terminator and Kyle goes down, and Kyle and Sarah escape the Terminator. Poor Arnie gets burned, and he spends the rest of the movie looking like an eyebrowless chia pet.
A car chase ensues, we learn a whole lot about the Terminator and Skynet, and they ditch the car, only to find another car, and start another car chase.
They all get in a wreck. The Terminator goes MIA. Why? Who knows? After all, he could have just murdered all the cops, and then Kyle and Sarah, which is what he basically tries to do in the very next scene. So why didn't he do it here, is anyone's guess.
Sarah learns her friend has been murdered, Kyle teaches about the apocalypse, and the Terminator cuts his eye out with a phantom razor in a scene which can only be described as the most photorealistic animatronics ever seen. Ever. Seriously though, look at that phantom razor. There ain't no blade.
Sarah watches Kyle flip out. We see Lance Henriksen being, well, Lance Henriksen, and Arnold delivers one of the most iconic lines ever delivered.
I'll be back.
An all-out assault is launched on the police station, where it seems people are just begging for the opportunity to be shot by the old Schwartz. Kyle and Sarah escape again, and hide. Again.
Sarah learns a little more than she wants to about the future, and then throws a small temper tantrum, likely brought on by her menstrual cycle.
I didn't ask for this honor, and I don't want it. Any of it.
One flash forward or flash backward later, and Kyle and Sarah are on the move again.
I'm not really sure what's going on here. Is his flesh rotting? I mean, apparently it smells in there, and there are these flies all over his face. But they never reference this again in the series, ever.
Sarah, like an idiot, tells her mother, which is actually the Terminator, the phone number where she is staying, and the Terminator sets after them.
Kyle is a dick about being careful in this scene with the pipe bombs, but then, in the next scene, throws them furiously into a bag as if trying to complete the Terminator's job for him. What a dick.
Kyle and Sarah get a hotel where they make hanky-panky, which in turn impregnates Sarah with the future John Connor. The question is, which came first? The father or the son?
The final car chase ensues, and try as they might, the Terminator just seems too much for our poor heroes. Also, Arnold looks exceptionally good in makeup here, which kind of begs the question, why the hell did they use that stupid rubber head earlier?
The endoskeleton of the Terminator chases after Kyle and Sarah into a robotics facility, which oddly enough turns out to not be in its favor as it eventually gets destroyed there by Sarah. But not before killing the father to her unborn child. How did Sarah know where the squish button on the panel was? Does it really even matter at this point, considering a man from the future is the father of her son?
Lastly, we see Sarah get haggled by a little Mexican boy who delivers her the picture that Kyle had in his flashback forwards. Isn't that cute? So what you're telling me is somehow, someway, that picture ends up with John Connor, which ends up with Kyle Reese, which ends up back with Sarah... Never mind.
Roll credits.
Don't let us mislead you. For its day, this movie was absolutely amazing. The technology used was smart. The idea, whether ripped off or not, was executed brilliantly.
The biggest issue with this film is that the rewatch value goes down drastically with every day that passes. The movie just couldn't predict the slow pace that technology would evolve. We have come to and passed almost every date that the series has given us.
Hell, we are 14 years from when John Connor is supposed to send Kyle Reese into the past, and this is the best that we got for robots. Far shot from a sentient being.
All that said, this is still a great movie to have in your collection.
For how long? Who knows? This new Genesis movie could ruin the entire franchise, so I guess we'll see.
Alright everyone, that was our first episode of FilmRants 2.0. What'd you think?
Make sure to let us know in the comments section below, and as always,
give us a like, subscribe, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Movie Pilot,
SoundCloud.
everywhere.
There's at least one more in there we're forgetting, but if we did, we'll put it down here. Just go do it! Bing, bam, boom. What'd you think of the Terminator?
I want an apple juice. Because the day passes 1,000,000 times a day. No.
We're gonna get through this intro.
No, we not. We got all day. Going in my room. Do you speak it? Ready.
Just give me the first part. Don't get mad at me.
I'm trying.
Brilliantly.